early childhood trauma changes the biology of the brain. Well, early childhood support also changes the biology of the brain.
What studies of resilience show that even when children have insecure attachments in the home, if they've had at least one secure attachment with a daycare provider, a preschool teacher, or another adult in their lives, then that makes a huge difference for them having the seed of resilience. They may still have difficulties, but because they've had that one secure relationship, that relationship where they felt that another individual, another adult knows them and feels what's going on inside of them, those kids have the potential to do very well in the future.
We can see imaging today of before and after trauma and see what happens in the brain, and we can also see repair that happens in the brain when our interventions have been successful.
What makes children get better following a trauma is connection to other human beings who are present, who are patient, who are kind, who are sensitive, and they don't need to be necessarily psychologically insightful. They don't need to know anything about trauma. All they need to know is that they're right there with this child. They're trying to be comforting, they're trying to be supportive, they're trying to encourage. Those kinds of interactions end up being much more therapeutic and healing than many of the other things that we try to do with kids.
Teachers can look more at their children, be more emotionally present for children, touch them, work on their own nervous system and their own regulation. If they're angry and they're out of control in terms of what's going on inside of themselves, the message that they're going to convey to the child is, I'm angry and I don't like you.
If you're an adult and there are children in your life, whether you're in law enforcement, a teacher, a parent, a foster parent, whatever you are, and you know that a child has been exposed to something that's potentially traumatic, the first thing that you should be aware of is that not all traumatic events lead to disastrous mental health outcomes. In fact, the vast majority of children that are traumatized actually do pretty well, but they do need your attention, they do need your kind support, and they do need your awareness about what are warning signs that would tell you to actually take the next step and try to get some professional help.
It's up to us. We can't wait for a they to do this spreading of the message that we can do something about it, that children, especially young children, have the most possibility for health and plasticity, for overcoming these early traumas, if we as a community, a large community, support them.
We have permission now to meet children's needs. We have permission now from neuroscience to give children what they need, and to me that is so exciting.
If there was one place I would like to start with individuals as well as our society trying to make a difference, to really stop the cross-generational passage of trauma and of insecure attachment, it would be for parents to start a process of self-understanding. It basically costs nothing except the time and emotion that it takes for parents to begin on that process. And we all can do it. And the people who benefit most, besides ourselves, are our children.
We're spending literally 95% of our public dollars to change the brain, because that's what mental health is. That's what public education is. That's what juvenile justice intervention is. All of these are trying to change the brain. And we're spending almost nothing in the first 5 years of life when the brain is easiest to modify. And it takes the least amount of professional input, the least amount of insight. It takes just high-quality caregiving.
It's us, not they. It's each one of us doing it now, not later, but now.